First look at Missouri. What impresses you about them? What really sticks out?
Defensively, they're very strong up front. They have a stout defensive line, and it shows in their numbers. They're at the tops of the SEC in sacks, so they definitely get at the quarterback well, and then they play good team football behind them. So they're definitely a good defensive team.
Just how aware are you when you're out there when a team does have two rush ends like that? That maybe are you more aware that, hey, I can slip out of the backfield because they're getting up the field? I guess just how are you more aware of who those guys are this week than usual?
I mean, you're always aware of the rush, but as a quarterback, you can't let the rush affect you. You can't let it affect your timing, your rhythm in the pocket. You still got to take your necessary drop to hit your receiver. So you're aware of the rush, but things still stay consistent in the pocket.
What did you tell Dylan Wiseman when he came in after Matt Crowder got injured? I mean, did you have a specific talk with him since he was the center then?
Yeah, I talked to him. Me and Dylan were roommates, so we have a good bond. So I told him that you've been preparing for this for the past couple of years. You're ready, and just go out and just play like you've been playing in practice. So Dylan he's done a lot of good things on the practice field, and he'll definitely show it on the game field.
Does it help that you guys are roommates? I mean, did you feel pretty comfortable?
It does. We have a good bond. We have good chemistry. We're on the same page with a lot of things. So he knows what I'm thinking. I know what he's thinking. So it definitely helps, especially when you haven't been getting a lot of reps with him in the past couple of weeks. But he'll be ready to go.
Is that who you repped with earlier in the year?
Yeah, when he was the second team center. So I have taken a lot of reps with him.
Do any reps in the room? Any snaps in the room?
we haven't gone that far, but maybe some Madden reps. But
what do you remember about Missouri playing that game last year?
I remember a lot. Obviously, being my first start, I remember a lot, and I know things that I've improved on since that game. So they're a good team. They were a good team last year and a good team this year. So we're focused on this year's Missouri team. We know what we have in front of us, and we're excited for the opportunity.
You've been so good avoiding the rush. How much of that is thinking, and how much of it's just kind of your feet react and take over?
When you're in practice, you practice pocket drills, avoiding the rush, subtle movements. So when you get on the field, it's just all natural. So you feel the rush, but you try not to let it affect you.
Josh, what do you remember about your nerves before you first started going up there last year against Missouri?
I wouldn't say nerves. I would say excited. I was excited to make my first SEC start. I knew it was a big game, so. And the same thing for this year. It's a big game with Atlantic State. We're trying to get to win 6 on senior night, so we'll be ready.
Yeah, have you had a chance to maybe reflect about how far you've come individually as a player since then?
I mean, always working to get better, always looking at what I need to improve on. So I haven't gone back. I've watched the game, but I haven't gone back to think about what I was thinking during that game. So I'm really just focused on this year.
How different are you last year to this year?
I've improved a lot, obviously, as I said, being in the program for a second year, that helps a lot, being under Coach Bajakian and learning more about the offense and the ins and outs, and just being able to talk with Coach Shake and have a better relationship. So that's helped me the most.
What is it about their pass rush that makes them so difficult?
They're just aggressive, they're strong, they're physical. Missouri, they consistently have good defensive ends we've seen for the past couple years. So they're definitely a strong, stout bunch that we know what they are capable of.
You can knock them out of the East race with a win Saturday. Is that something y'all have talked about much? Just a chance to play spoiler, or is y'all kind of focused on your own thing?
Oh, we're not talking about chance to play spoiler. We're trying to get 6 wins. We're focusing on our goals. We're not focusing on other goals. Focusing on our goals, getting 6 wins on senior night and going from there.
Josh, the way that you
Two more guys.
avoid some of those, blitzes, and when guys are coming at you and you kind of turn around and go the other way, how much of that stuff you prepare for, and how much of that's just kind of an athlete making a play?
Most of the stuff I do in the pocket, I've practiced. I practiced on the practice field, maybe whether it was winter, whether it's during the season. So most of the stuff I practice. But when it comes down to it, it's all about instincts, all about feeling the rush and just making a play when it's there.
Is that maybe when you're at your best, when you're out there just kind of playing free like that? And I know as a quarterback you got to think a lot, but in terms of just going out there and being a ball player, is that a strong suit for you?
I mean, when you play quarterback, it's not really going out there being a ball player. It's going out there reading the defense, understanding what they're doing, understanding the plays, and understanding what you need to do to be successful in that play. So, but when you're out there, you want to play free, you want to play relaxed, and that's what I try to do.
Last one.
Josh, just statistically speaking, Missouri is the best defense that you face as a starter that's kind of had time to prepare for you. do you kind of take that as a challenge, maybe the next step in your growth to perform really well against a defense like that?
I try to perform very well every week. I know Missouri has a good defense. I've faced good defenses in the past with, of course, Alabama and others to name. So I know we're facing a good defense. I'm focusing on this week and what we have to do to win.
Okay, guys, thank you.